Welcome to CBNEXT Live with a special edition of Happening with Ange, Mukadi, and
Naomie, Cilumba.
And today we have our guest, Dominique. Welcome to our plateau, Dominique.
Thank you very much, Andrew. It's a pleasure indeed to be back on the show. And today I'm bringing news from our own community. One of the most prominent political party in the Congo is actually organizing a celebration, a commemoration of their 29th anniversary.
Well,
here.
We're looking forward to listening to that, but before that we have a breaking news. We have a brand new church that just started here in Dallas. It's called the Redeemed Christian Church of God with Pastor Deo Moyola. He's from Oklahoma, of course, via Kinshasa. This new church just launched its activity last Sunday, as a matter of fact, and they are located on 426 West Bedford Euless Road, right here in Hearst. So if you live in Hearst, in Euless, you do not have a place to worship, I'm sure Pastor Deo Moyola is going to welcome you at the Redeemed Christian Church of God. So that was it for the church news. Now, like I said, we have a special guest, Dominique, political analyst. We have some good news apparently concerning the UDPS party. So Dominique, what is exactly happening here in Dallas with that?
We're having the UDPS, one of the greatest party, one of the most organized party in the Congo, was actually reaching out to the Congolese diaspora by organizing celebration of the 29th anniversary inside the Congo itself and also abroad, meaning in the diaspora. And we have the opportunity to have one of those celebrations in our city, here in the DFW Metroplex.
So if I understand correctly, you did mention the 29th anniversary.
Yes,
why
29th anniversary, 29th year of existence.
Well, I want to ask you actually, Naomie, of course, we are aware that the independence, not independence, but the elections are going to be held in November of this year in the Congo, isn't that right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yes, indeed, we're having the elections in the country. We have President Kabila, who's the incumbent, who's also running for his party, and we also have the maverick of the Congolese political scene. With Dr. Etienne Tshisekedi, who was also planning on running. And since the turns, we're not going to have a classical two turns in the Congo this year for financial reasons.
So we're
going to have one turn. And really, for the parties of the opposition to have a chance to beat the incumbent, who's Joseph Kabila, they need to come up together to rally behind a mythical figure of Tshisekedi. And also we realize that they need tremendous financial means to beat the party in power. So not only they're collecting money inside the Congo itself from their members, but they're also reaching out to the diaspora and trying to collect money here in Dallas and other major cities like New York, DC, or Paris in Belgium, where we know that a lot of Congolese are known to be found.
So what is happening on this Saturday? Is it Saturday, you said?
Yeah, it is this coming Saturday. They're having a celebration here in the DFW Metroplex. We know about the time. It will be around 3. They will start the celebration and having some guests. Some high-ranked official from the party will be in town, but we haven't received the correct information about where it's going to be held. We don't know why it was omitted in their the message. Is it a strategic? For strategic reasons, yes, we don't know. We're gonna have more information about it in the hours to come, and we'll be able to communicate it to every person who's willing to attend that meeting and also to contribute for the elections.
All right.
That's quite interesting.
Look forward to seeing that announcement on CBNEXT Live. Go to cbnext.com and hopefully we will have the message or the information for all of the supporters of UDPS. Really, if anybody can win the election, maybe they can. Why not? So best of luck to them. Best of luck to them. Other than that, in the political sphere still, we have some other news apparently.
Absolutely. We had a wave of protests against the regime in place in Kinshasa all over Europe, from Paris, in Belgium, and many cities in Europe, also in America. In New York, we have had that wave of protests since last year. But now, not only we're seeing more protests, but we're also seeing a wave of boycotts of Congolese musicians that are producing themselves outside of the Congo in those major European and American cities. We don't know yet if American cities are also, American Congolese in the diaspora in America, of North America, also going to follow that wave and also boycott Congolese artists.
Why is that happening? Why are they boycotting?
Because the opposition in those cities are actually condemning those musicians for supporting the current president, the current regime in place.
The musicians are usually for hire. I mean, these musicians will support anybody as long as you give them money. We have to be honest. I mean, Sasunga gives them $1 million.
Absolutely, that's what we've been saying. But at the same time, they're arguing that is in other African countries where we have people like Alpha Blondie, we have people like these prominent, the Rastafarian movement and all that, and they're also expecting our musicians to do so, to lead the people into resistance, to lead the people to elevate the minds of our people so that they can realize the conditions and also resist the oppressor.
Wow, this is well interesting. I mean,
very interesting.
Of course, this is not an opinion area where we will give our opinion, but I mean, this is democracy. If you really want democracy, you cannot force people to support one or another candidate. So I mean, opposition better start learning. I mean, this can turn against them very quickly. This sounds like dictatorship to me. You can't tell people who to support, who not to sing for.
But we also believe that they have the right to vote with their feet, where they're spending their money, either in a concert or mobilizing the communities for receiving this musician, comes as they have done in the past. Mm-hmm. They have supported this musician. I personally believe they also have the right to, as major contributor, they also have the right to ask them their request.
That's right. That's right.
Don't we say that the hand that gives is the hand that
take us back?
No. It is the hand that gives direction.
Oh.
When you receive someone's money, you become accountable to that person.
That's true. Like they say, present corrupts. So
absolutely.
Anytime you receive a present, it is a type of corruption. I mean, I can imagine that, but at the same time, I do hope that wisdom comes to those that lead us, so that musicians can remain musicians. As far as I'm concerned, they are dancing and singing their own personal joy and dombolo and whatever celebration it is in their heart. We can't possibly tell them what to do or what not to do. I mean, in democracy, we need to respect that as
absolutely. Well. We do need to respect the right of everybody in democracy, but sometimes where people that are designated for amusement or for entertainment cross the boundaries and start supporting, the people in place.
Wow.
That becomes another case. It's a little complicated to define who's the entertainer or who's the political actor.
I mean, they have a choice. I mean, that reminds me of will.i.am and many Hollywood actors and musicians in the U.S. that got heavily involved in Obama's win, as a matter of fact. But anyways, thank you very much, Dominic, for the news. This was something fresh.
All right.
Very interesting.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
As always.
All right.
As always. This is CBNEXT Live. with a special happening edition with Ange, Mukadi, and
Naomie Cilumba.
well, Naomie, that was quite an interesting intervention from Dominique. Some interesting news, isn't it?
Yes, it was. Being that I know nothing about politics, that was something. I learned something tonight.
Well, that's what CBNEXT is here for. Hopefully, our spectator out there also learned something. So we're looking forward to that party. And if you want to know more, please log into CBNEXT.com. We'll let you know what's happening with the UDPS parties events.